Trust. Dependency. Love. Respect. Passion. Pain. Intimacy. Pleasure. I sit here stuck inside my head, remembering you and I analyze all those things you said. You told me you loved me, you kissed and you hugged me, then you smiled, look in my eyes and tell me that you'll always be right there. No, you let me down. Whoa. Trust. Dependency. Love. Respect. Passion. Pain. Intimacy. Pleasure. I sit here stuck inside my head, remembering you and I analyze all those things you said. You told me you loved me, you kissed and you hugged me, then you smiled, look in my eyes and tell me that you'll always be right there. No, you let me down. Whoa.
Good evening. Hold on, let me put on my sexy voice before I show y'all us. Good evening and welcome to the Fat Girl Chronicles After Dark with the Crazy Rich Aunties, starring leorachel. We got Auntie Genesis and we got Auntie Michelle in the building. And then we also have our special guest in the building. I'll let her introduce herself shortly. Y'all like how that sound?
That's what's up. Listen,
I need ratchet.
I was ready to get my sexy on, but like, hey y'all.
Shimmy.
Shimmy.
Those mangoes up.
I ain't got no y'all over here all melanated and beautiful.
Beautiful.
Y'all is
Beautiful.
I love it. How y'all feeling?
I feel good tonight.
Fabulous, fantastic, excited
See?
to be here.
I'm ready.
Those are great words. Let me get my share on. Hold on. Let me share.
Must have be delayed.
Yeah. I think I shared it.
We can't hear you. You're on mute.
Who, me?
I'm over here just talking away like I was on mute. I was saying, if you are watching, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that share button. I was over here doing the same thing, getting my share on. So make sure y'all do the same. And if you enjoy what we are doing with the Fat Girl Chronicles, you can send us some stars. All you got to do is go to the Fat Girl Chronicles page, and down at the bottom, you will see where it says send stars. So you can send us some stars. And that's how we make money to continue to do these dope things where we can educate y'all on all the things. All right. This is just not about talking about sex. Okay. We are here to talk about all things, but a lot of them are adult related because on our regular show, we kind of tap into everything else, family friendly to an extent. But on this show, this is more about tapping into those things that we don't get to talk about on a day-to-day basis, whether it's at work, whether it's with our friends, or whatever the case may be. We are, trying to give y'all a little bit more of what you need so y'all can be building happy, healthy relationships, whether that's with yourself, with your friends, your partner, all of that good stuff, and within your marriage. If y'all did not know, there is a variety of experience here on the After Dark show. You got the single never married with no cheerings. That's me and Genesis. Oh, and Kate. And then we got 30s. I'm in 30s.
Mm-hmm.
Genesis
your business.
is minding her business.
I'm in one.
Kay, you know what I'm saying, down there doing her thing. But with the aunties, there is a variety. We got late 20s, early to late 30s, 40s, and Auntie Michelle representing for the sexy and fabulous fit.
Hey, that's right.
Okay.
Oh.
Representing Cougar Land.
Yes. Okay. So we are in this thing to have a good conversation on tonight. And tonight, our conversation, we talk about snapping that thing back. Snapping back. Okay.
I should have worn my glasses.
Snap that thing back. Okay.
I'm excited for this show. I'm excited. I am so excited.
You hear me?
Snap it back. Okay. So many people are probably like, what are y'all gonna talk about? And in what aspect are y'all gonna be talking about it?
Pay attention, take notes.
Pay attention and take notes.
Take notes.
Write this down.
Let me put up my Word document.
Yeah, get that Word document out.
Get your pen, pads, and just ready to do all of the typing.
Got my iPad over here with my notes open.
Right. As you should. I know that's right.
You ready?
Yep.
I'm ready. Let's go.
I'm excited.
So I decided that we're gonna start with a game. Okay.
Okay.
Wait, I ain't lost it.
We're gonna start with a game. And hold on, let me put the picture up. Hold on.
Wait a minute.
I'm nervous.
Well, I just had a real auntie moment. I couldn't even find the window y'all was in.
Girl.
Oh Lord.
Now,
you got to close the tab.
See? And I'm representing for the 50 and older, and I'm staying with it. I got everything right here.
Right, that's what I was about to say. And then she over here talk about some. I done lost my whole thing.
I did. You was about to put up a picture. I had to see it, child.
Girl, I can't even get it. But it's okay. So it is. How many ways can you say the JJ? Can you name all the names, all the different ways? Not all of them, because I know that's a bit much. But what are some names that we call it?
Coochie.
That's one.
Okay. Miss Kitty.
Yep.
My mom used to call it a kitty cat.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And my personal favorite from the mouth is Cooter Pack of Cheese.
I should have said that first.
Cooter Pack of Cheese. Okay. That's my personal favorite from the mouth.
Absolutely.
That is his favorite one that he uses all the time. I mean, all the time.
Without a fail.
What are some others? Huh?
A pussy.
Yep,
we say that. Yeah.
Well, we don't really say it, but cunt. I hate that word.
I don't like that word.
I don't like that word. And see, connotation.
Like
I don't
it's
like
no
that.
sex. It's nothing sexy.
And it almost like a cuss word to me.
Yeah.
What? This one is hilarious. This one is
like a curse word.
Yeah, it does. This one says penis flytrap.
Oh,
damn.
I kind of like it.
Cookie is another one.
Yeah, cookie.
Snatch, the beaver, the honey pot.
The honey pot.
Yep, that's another one. Pocketbook, yes.
Hell no.
Oh yeah,
I ain't heard pocketbook. This other one says Harry Potter.
Oh no, not a Harry Potter.
HAIRY.
Oh wow.
Pink Portal, Eve's Tunnel. I've never heard some of these.
No.
First of all, I'll never call my thing a flaming lips.
Now that sounds like you got something going on.
That sounds
a little sick.
Right.
You need to come and see me.
Something.
I've never heard it called a sticky bun.
That shit flaming.
You better stop. Ooh.
A pecan patty, that sounded a little bumpy.
Oh no. Who's calling it a pecan patty?
Yes. Look.
Notorious VAG.
Oh, I've heard it called a hot pocket.
That's a good one. A hot pocket, yeah.
A hot pocket, yeah.
Yes. Field of Dreams.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
The Promised Land.
That's where
The
you're going.
Promised Land. What?
A Fur Burger.
Yes. The land of milk and honey. I know that's right.
That part.
Harry
That part.
Manilow.
Mm-mm.
I am too immature for these names. A Cupcake. A Vertical Smile. The Pink Panther.
The flower.
The
flower. Yes.
Lotus flower,
Yes.
wasn't it?
Yeah,
Lotus
lotus flower.
A Muff. I don't know.
The
Muff.
yoni.
That
I thought that would have been your first one.
Right.
That should have been your first one. No. So, as we can see, we got like a ton of names for it, okay?
Yes.
We go wherever you are, whether it's north, south, east, or west, you in the U.S. or you somewhere out there. It has so many different names, but do we properly take care of our Cuda Pack of Cheese, our yoni, our Fur Burger, our Snatch, all of these wonderful names that we have for it? So that's what the holistic coach Kay Alani is here to talk to us tonight about.
Okay.
We're going to talk about how you get into this whole groove of taking care of your yoni. But before we get there, we're going to talk about taking care of your whole self first.
Mm-hmm.
We got to start with you, and then we're going to work our way down. All puns intended. Okay. So we're going to start there. So, Coach K.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's get into this thing. Let's get started.
Let's go.
Where your brain at? And first of all, introduce yourself to the people so they'll know what you do and all the things that come with the holistic solutions.
All right, let me. Well, hey y'all. My name is Kay. Everybody calls me Kay. I'm Coach Kay, the holistic coach. I teach you how to live a holistic life. And what that is, it's being in touch with your sensuality. It's being in touch with your mind, your body, your spirit in order to literally put your sensuality first and live that inner life. And I work your way inside out. I'm a life coach. I work with herbs as well. I've got yoni steams, we got teas, the whole nine. And I really do try to do shows like this as much as possible, get out there as much as possible to just put that healing out, because not many of us know that you can literally use plants, your diet, to heal yourself from the inside out. Your mindset, it has been proven your mindset can change your life. So I want to use herbs to kind of inspire that. And look, everybody I meet at this point.
Well, come on in. Okay. I love the fact that so many of us are getting back to that, though, getting back to the root of our healing and our health and wellness. And it starts within. You got to work your way inside out. But what a lot of people don't realize is a lot of the stuff that we put inside is not really helping us. So I love that a lot of us are getting back to the root of using herbs and stuff from the earth, plants, all those kind of things to find our healing, because a lot of this medicine out here is literally killing us. So I love that a lot of us are getting back to that. So to start with talking about healing our whole self, where would you as a life coach recommend somebody to start with their changes?
Well, the first thing I have all my students do is called shadow work. So journaling is a big tool. I always think that that's a good starting point, because when it's on pen and paper, it's in black and white, it's there. And once you recognize things about yourself where you like, I don't really like that. Yeah, you face it and you figure out, okay, is this something that I can change? Can I not change it? If I can't change it, how do I work around it? So journaling is like the first step that I always recommend, because first of all, it forces you to take time to sit and look at yourself.
And who got time to be doing that?
Who got time to be doing
I ain't got time to be sitting looking at myself and my problems.
We don't get time. We don't get the time. We have to make the time.
Yeah,
so step one.
Yeah, that's definitely a big part of a lot of the why so many of us are kind of like out here scattered. We're scattered because we don't make the time to do the things that we need to do in order to begin our journey to healing and all of that other kind of stuff. Like you said, journaling. Some of us don't even know how to sit still with nothing on, like no sound.
Right.
Like I realize that sometimes that's an irritant for me because I like background noise. Like I like the background noise. But if I don't hear anything in the background, I'm like, bruh.
And that's funny. I am totally the opposite. Like I think I'm too comfortable. I'm too comfortable in the silence to the point where if any of my neighbors make noise, I'm mad as hell. Like y'all too much.
Like y'all too noisy.
Right, y'all too noisy, but y'all doing regular everyday people stuff, and I
right
in silence. Yeah.
You the neighbor that got the broom on the ceiling?
I should. If I wasn't afraid it was gonna crumble or something. I thought
no, you stupid. But yeah, I feel like one of the parts, I know for me, and I don't know about the rest of y'all, but that's one of the bigger parts that I am working on for myself is to make time to sit and make that time intentional to sit and do nothing and do it in silence, and then make sure that I'm working on my journaling and all that kind of stuff. Because I mean, I do it from time to time, but it's oftentimes like I will pull out everything, and as soon as I sit down and get comfortable, I'll be.
Yeah.
So that silent time put me to sleep.
Yeah. I'm able to sit in silence, especially once I get off work. I don't want to hear any noise at all, because I'm around customer service all day. I hear people talking all day. So yeah, I can be in an area where no lights, no TV, no sound. But my favorite therapy is music therapy, though. So it's either no sound or it's music.
Yeah, I'm like Auntie Michelle. Music, I listen to a lot of jazz, a lot of music with no words. Because, like you said, I work in customer service. I don't want to hear the sound of nobody's fucking voice.
Yeah, that part.
I want the world to just stop.
Yes, disappear. Yep.
That's why I love the fact that I don't have to deal with people when I'm working. I don't have to talk to people. Now, the fact that they started adding so many people to the office now is pissing me off because, like, when I first started, like, people were still working from home, or they had the people that were working in the office on a different floor. Mm-hmm. So they weren't on our floor. I could literally come in on Friday and it would probably be me and 2 other people in there. And we will sit in there and work all day in the dark. Like literally do our work in the dark and just letting the atmosphere flow. It's quiet. I can listen to my music. I can watch my shows and all that kind of stuff in silence. Mm-hmm. But now they brought all these people down to our floor, and I'm like, "Can y'all shut up?"
Right, I am working,
and they on the phone.
I can't get my show.
Right, they work the phone, so they constantly talking all day long. Yeah. And I'm like, "Why did y'all bring them down here?" I'm like, I can't wait to go to my hybrid schedule, so I don't have to hear this 5 days a week. Because y'all talking too much. So the whole sitting down and being intentional about being in quiet time, I'm getting there. Now I will meditate, and again, when I get done meditating, I want to lay down because it feels good that my brain is like clear and my mind is clear and I can focus. But now I want to lay down because it didn't relax me so much.
Right.
It didn't relax me to the point I'm like, oh, good night. What work?
You can start meditating in the shower, and that's one of the best things in the whole wide world. You can literally shift your entire mind. You just and I approach things from a spiritual aspect. So, girl, I'm in the shower and I'm just like, all right, literally, let the rain fall down. I'm in there and wash away, like rain.
You are washing away today. Yep.
Take this pain. Like I am really in there washing it all away, and it just feels so good. Like you said, girl, go to sleep, reprogram your mind, and go to sleep, and wake up the next day a new person.
Yes.
I love shower meditation with some good music and some Palo Santo or some sage burning.
Oh, girl, you talking about like this.
Yes, it's a game changer for the way that you sleep. Once you get in that shower and first of all, let me back up. Meditation doesn't have to be anything deep. You know what I'm saying? People try to make meditation seem like it is something overly deep.
Yeah.
It don't have to be.
Or religious, and it isn't. It doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
It's just quieting the mind, getting rid of all the extra clutter. It's sitting with yourself, and people are scared literally to sit with themselves.
That's that part right there.
And so because it's not something super deep or overly deep, you know, it's literally sitting there and breathing and learning how to breathe and learning how to control your mind, and sometimes allowing your mind to just do a whole food real quick. Just get loose. Because sometimes we need that opportunity to not always be so
right.
Because some of our worlds call for us to be so on the path, straight and narrow, that sometimes our mind forget the fact that we can be creative, that we can do all of these other things. So our mind literally goes from all the way out here to right here, and it's the path that we have to take daily. Sometimes we need that meditation to break this mold or this mode of being, and we can be able to get back out here. That's why meditation is necessary.
Yeah, it is.
Because even when you got monkey brain, it's still a good thing that you have monkey brain.
Monkey brain.
Yeah, that's what it's called. Monkey brain.
Never heard of it.
Scatterbrain. Like when you scattered brain.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's like when you meditating and your mind just start going off into other things, and it's almost like the dog. You know, when the dog be like squirrel.
Yeah,
that's what monkey brain is. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I do that now.
Regularly, okay.
I do
it regularly when my brain be like, "Oh, girl," and I could be having a whole conversation, and then I'll look and I'll be like, "Oh, that is such a cute dog."
That tickled the shit out of Genesis. She is fucking up.
Because she know it's true. She know it's true.
Because I literally can picture the dog doing that. I could picture the commercial. I'm sorry.
You good.
You had the visual. You had a whole visual. That's why
I'm laughing so hard. You did your head so quick to the side, like, and I understand also.
She did that before. Like she definitely did that a few times.
I do it all. Yes, and I do it all the time. That's how I know what it's called. And that's how I know how to describe it. What movie was that on? Up.
Yeah, probably.
That was the dog.
It was Up. The dog. Yeah.
Okay, Disney trivia. Yes.
I mean,
I will fail.
My mind is nothing but music and movies. Okay.
Right.
So yeah, it was Up when the dog kept doing that, and the master would be talking to him, and next thing you know, he like squirrel. Okay, but what did you say?
Right.
And where am I going? And what are we doing? Squirrel. And he'd do it real quick, like it was no hesitation. So that whole thing, like getting our minds into sync with our bodies and all that other kind of stuff, really is important. Which is why some of us, if we did not know and did not realize, that's why some of us doodle. like while we're in the midst of like important things, we doodle because for one, it is energy. Like we got to sit there. We have to sit there and look a certain way and be present when we're in a meeting. And so in order for us to keep from doing all of this, a lot of us doodle because we're getting that energy out through doodling.
I absolutely do that.
Yes.
I really do.
And then the other part of the doodle is our brains like releasing the creativity. Whatever is going on in our mind, it's also to make us focus. Some people are like, how does that make sense? Because we are doodling, we can literally hear everything that's being said. The doodle is making us focus more.
Yep.
So we can't talk about snapping that thing back and getting our all together if we're not talking about the mind. But we also got to talk about the rest of us. So Coach K, I'm gonna let you lead that. I'm gonna let you lead the way of how the conversation is gonna flow when we start talking about getting her to
snapping that thing back. Because look, snapping that thing back, and it starts with yourself. Because a lot of us are having sex, like they're having sex, and it's like fulfilling sex. But imagine just how much more mind blowing your sex is when you're right internally and when your mind is right. So when you step from the mind, you go into sensuality, because a lot of us have these kind of predisposed notions about what it means to be sexual and what it means to be sensual. And that's why I'm the holistic coach, because y'all can call me a hoe. Sure, I like to fuck. I like to get touched. I like to ride on dick. I like to go to dick riding classes. I like all that. So,
right, that part.
I like it all. And it's for me. That's the thing. That's what I really teach my students, and I want to spread, is that when it's for you and when it's internal, it means more. And so sensuality is such a great way to kind of just get back in touch with yourself. And on the topic of showers is one of my best places. I work with water a lot, and showers is just because that's the perfect time to touch yourself. Take the time to touch yourself. Most of us don't even know the details of our own bodies. We don't know what turns us on. We don't know what we like. So we have to explore. I told you, Leo, I went to New Orleans. I went to a sensuality retreat. Lady, look, this is the real. I went to New Orleans, ladies, and I experienced I had a mind-blowing experience. Within about half an hour of me arriving to the location, I was eating fruit off of a naked body.
You was eating what?
Yeah, very much. Just eating fruit off of a naked woman's body.
Okay.
But naked was fruit.
And not I'm sorry, not eating. I mean like eating fruit off of a naked woman's body. It was beautiful.
Yes.
It was such a beautiful experience. And because we took the time to look at her body and to be intuitive and gauge how she was reacting and just look at it. Look at how she's moving. Look at how she's listening to her, listening to the sound she's making. Oh, it was beautiful. It was amazing.
Oh, wow.
It was amazing. So I took that and I was like, Dad, how can I do this for myself?
Wait, what kind of fruit was on her?
Oh, there were blueberries, there were oranges, there were strawberries, pineapples, there was cherries, there was powdered sugar. We had sprinkles on the girl.
Not powdered sugar.
They didn't have no watermelon?
Not on the cookie. No powdered sugar there. Ladies, do not put sugar.
Oh, no. I was just like, oh, that sounds good.
I'm trying to like
holistic coach. Ladies, no sugar on the cookies.
No, please don't do that.
Yeah, it was beautiful. And the entire weekend was just full of different experiences to force you to kind of just be sensual and be in the moment and focus on feelings. Like smell. Smell is an important factor when you're having sex. Come on. Even when you're around yourself, touching yourself. Come on. Smell is important. If you just fry some fish, you don't want to play with your pussy.
Please don't. Please don't do that.
You can smell that. Like, taste is important. How your mouth feels is important. Like, there's so many different factors that we kind of ignore. So,
I got a question. Wait,
questions. I'm
definitely not going to glaze over what you just said. Because you said taste is important. So now, are you suggesting that when in the shower that you're tasting yourself. Is that what we're talking about?
I mean, you can if that's what floats your boat, honey. I'm not
No,
gonna say I ain't never did it before, because I know exactly what I taste like. I ain't never gonna lie to you. But you can certainly, that's for me, because I'm very in touch with myself. Yeah, I'll taste my pussy. That's how I know what's going on. Shit, if it tastes a little different, I'm like, damn, okay. Let me up the fruit intake. Let me go ahead and
let me drink a little more water.
Let me drink a little bit more water. Like, it's important to know. It is important to know what your vagina feels like. Women are afraid of putting our fingers inside of our bodies, and I don't understand it. Like,
I can't reach.
Well,
not T-Rex arms.
Don't do that.
No, there's ways. I'm sure. I'm certain. We can get together, girl. There's ways. You better cock the leg here and go.
Girl, no. Wait, hold on now.
I mean, come on now, Auntie Genesis. Stop lying.
Okay, it's a difference when voluntary legs go up. They have a limitation, but if being pushed,
you gotta volunteer do it for yourself.
Pressure.
Sit on the floor and put like a leg on the couch, girl. Like, figure it out. It's important to touch yourself.
Wait a minute. I feel
you better throw a foot up there on that little orange pillow back there.
Now listen, I'm gonna say this out loud for all my cougar ladies. Be careful, okay? Be just like, I know you hearing us, but be careful now, okay? Don't be out there trying to reach something and fall and slip and whatnot.
Hey, listen,
by yourself.
I'm not recommending nobody mess up themselves.
Don't do that.
You saw on PGC After
Dark, for real.
You decided to go try something. Now, don't blame that on us.
Right.
I'm just saying, get familiar with yourself, because you cannot tell somebody else what to do with you when you don't even know what to do with you.
Agreed.
Like, we always want to talk about relationships and things like that, but a lot of us are missing and forgetting the relationship with ourselves. We miss out on the opportunity to get to know ourselves, to know what we like, to know what we love, and that's in all aspects. We do not learn ourselves because at some point, somewhere, some shape, form, or fashion, somebody told us that wasn't right.
That's exactly where I was going to go.
Somebody told us that wasn't right. Somebody told us that's not what we're supposed to do. And so it's something that's generational that now we're trying to some of us 30, 40 years old, and we like, what? I ain't even know. I ain't even know she can do all of that. So we're learning things.
That goes back to the episode that we had, the pleasure principle, where Ayla had the diagram of where it starts, and how far back it goes, the elongation of the clit, and then the sides and stuff like that. So I was listening.
Clitoris is such a beautiful structure. Like, it's so beautiful. Most of us don't even know where it is.
Most of us don't even know.
Sad. You have to attach that diagram. You have to attach a diagram to the notes of the show or something, because it's such a beautiful structure. Oh my God, it's deep, y'all. You can use different vibrations at a different strength to get in there.
Yes.
And you can't.
And you wouldn't know that if you don't try. You don't know.
Ask me how I know, but don't ask me.
I try too much.
Don't be asking me. Don't be asking me, but ask me.
How?
So now, Coach K, I have the question, because we always hear something that talks about throwing off that pH balance. Because like some women don't, it's not that fresh when you go in the bathroom after somebody. So
you almost made me scared. Almost made me scared across the screen.
It's not that
a few
fresh.
Things about pH balance. pH balance, it is real. It's a real thing. It's a delicate thing. And that's the thing. It is a delicate thing. Your vagina should not produce certain substances. It shouldn't produce certain colors. And this is why it's important to learn your body, because the way to recognize things like pH being off balance is by smell, by color. I'm one of those girls, and I peek. I want to know what's going on. I'm the girl I'm smelling my underwear. And women are so, oh, that's gross. And they're probably on live like, oh, this bitch is nasty. I want to smell it. I want to see what it looks like. I want to feel the texture.
Right.
I want to know. You have to become familiar with your body. So that way, when you're like, okay, this smells a little too sweet, because your vagina should not smell sweet. This is a little too chunky. Should not be chunky. This is a little too, like, you should know these things and learn these things. Like, okay, the discharge is a little yellow. You should learn these things and take them to a doctor and get them right. You shouldn't be putting soap in douches and all these things. We're so afraid of our vaginas that we hurt them. We hurt them.
Yeah. Now you talk about douches. I come from an era where I was brought up where you did the douches at least once a month or something like that. What was that? Summer's Eve and all this. Like you had a whole cabinet full of that stuff back then. So
that was a big thing. I remember grandmas were like, "Yeah, you take a little vinegar, baby, with some water, some vinegar. You just go ahead." I am not.
Yes, with that little bag that hung up on the shower thing like that. I didn't even know what it was for a long time. What it was. Yeah.
I'm an old soul. Look. But yeah, they were, and that's the thing. The vagina is self-cleaning. It's that's why we should learn about it, and it gives me so much passion to talk about and to teach about, because it's self-cleaning. It's pretty much self-sufficient, and that's why you can tell when something's off if you're paying attention. Because it's self-sufficient. It cleans itself. You shouldn't. All right, ladies, if it has hair, you can use a mild soap there. If it does not grow hair, mild means no. So and these are things that a lot of women don't even know. So women are like, I want it to smell like roses and lavender. If you want it to smell like roses and lavender, babe, do a yoni steam. Take an herbal bath. But don't go putting douches, and especially not ones that you purchase from the store.
Yes. Because they still sell those things.
Yeah.
And they're still being used. That's why they still sell them, because they're still being used. Yeah.
Crazy.
Somebody's auntie out here still buying them joints.
Oh yeah, for
Somebody's
sure.
auntie is buying them out.
Somebody auntie and their grandma.
Listen,
sending them to Walmart regularly. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Or they still got that damn bag that's hanging up on the shower.
No.
A hot water bag.
Some people do.
They still sell them at the pharmacies.
Yes.
IV for the coochie.
But the hot water bag, that ain't supposed to be used for the front. That's supposed to be for the back.
And
wait, what?
Like enemas. I love enemas. They feel so good.
Wait a minute. What did I just miss? You supposed to do what to the back?
With the hot water bag.
The hot water.
It's like an enema.
Yeah.
Have you ever done an enema, Genesis? No.
No.
Has anyone ever done an enema?
Definitely.
Yes.
I mean, I'm at the age.
I'll say yes. Highly recommend. Oh, highly. Chef's kiss. Highly recommend.
What does it do? It's
a clear that thing out.
Yes, honey.
So your farts don't be as potent. No, just playing.
That's real.
But that's
true. Real. You have stuff that gets kind of trapped on the inside that you can't. Your ass can't reach. Sometimes you need a little help. Like, I don't know. Like, you need a little assistance. Like a colon cleanse. I want to get a colon cleanse so bad. I just want to just get it out. Just get it all out of me, Lord. Take me.
The views expressed from the Fat Girl Chronicles.
Right. I mean, it's stuff that we need to be having a conversation about. Like,
absolutely. That's why it's after dark. That's why it's after dark.
I'm so over people wanting to talk about everything else, and people be out here wanting to hump and all that other kind of stuff, but we can't talk about the stuff that we humping with.
It has to be talked about.
We can't talk about the health of the stuff that we out here humping.
Yeah, for real.
You know what I'm saying? And so we as women need to know our stuff. And men too. Because it's some men out here. And when I say they know absolutely nothing about a vagina.
No.
Okay? They know nothing. And then they think doing all of this.
I wonder why you just sitting there or telling them to get up off of me.
All of this. And all of that? No, sir.
You are scratching my clit.
Who's punching it?
They be DJing on that drum.
For real. and then hard to be down there like.
No, see, that would make them get thrown out. That is so awful.
Sir, no. Do not lick me like a cat, okay?
That is so awful. Like, get out right now.
We about to have I'm finna punch you in your forehead. I swear to God.
At that point, toys are so important. Toys are so important.
Do you think
I'm an air pulse kind of girl. Like I am an air pulse kind of girl. They make toys that are like air pulsing, and they're similar to the rose. That's like what the rose is. And
even before we get that far, we need to learn about communication.
Okay, my bad.
Go ahead, Genesis.
Do you think it's a thing as using the toy too much?
It is.
You can certainly sensitize your clitoris.
Okay. So how much is too much?
It's not a permanent thing. Like short term. I mean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So like, if you don't go to town and then the dude come over and you wondering.
Oh yeah, no, I ain't going.
Like, don't be doing that all the time. Don't let it be every day.
Mm-mm.
Don't be over there like a like it's a factory.
I don't know.
You can't be down on your girl and then
sometimes you gotta go manual,
Go old school.
Right.
That's what you got.
Sometimes you gotta go old school.
This is too much work. You get a whole carpal tunnel with no.
Listen, I'd rather get carpal tunnel than to lose the full sensation. Okay, because if we about to be over here, if we about to be over here, and we getting it in and all this other kind of stuff, and I can't even tell. What are we even doing?
You want to know the quickest orgasms I've ever received have been when I have been thinking about fucking myself.
So was that in our group, in the auntie group chat, where we were talking about when we were talking about watching the movies and stuff? Where were we at when we had that was on our meeting. That was in our meeting when we had the meeting, and we were talking about watching adult films. Yeah. And like how some of us are like, yes, I watch them to get in the mood, blah blah blah. And I'd be like, no, that is so distracting to me.
Yeah, I don't watch porn.
I go right into my brain and be like, ooh. I'd be right. It'd be a whole scene, okay? A whole little movie. And I don't never see the other person. I always see me though.
I think about myself and my hopes and my dreams. Everything that I want in life. I manifest my life through my orgasm. And it is the most beautiful thing.
Ooh.
Oh my God. Imagine just telling yourself, imagine coming and telling yourself that you are a fucking goddess and you're capable of anything while you come. Like, that's just such a, you're mine.
See, you giving too much, Kay? Because now somebody out here with their mind blown trying to figure out all of the different parts. Nah, but you ain't giving too much. I'm just playing.
I got ADHD. I can't do all of that.
But that is
a lot.
What are you thinking about? What he?
You think about what now?
What he could do to me. I mean,
in your like, are you talking about when you by yourself?
Oh, when I'm by myself. When I'm with a partner,
I was talking about Genesis. Like, is she talking about when you by yourself, or you talking about just in general?
By myself.
Oh yeah, girl. No, I talk to me.
Yeah, I'm a talk. Hey girl, you great. Like, I've gone as far as to pull a mirror out and like look at my vagina and talk to my vagina.
See, I ain't never talked to her like that. I ain't never had no conversation with her.
More conversation.
It's a lot of work.
Girl,
but I have. Girl, I'm finna.
Is that what you're doing?
You gotta talk to her. Yo.
Now it looked like you was cussing her out. Cause why you ain't know that she didn't even come to you?
Why you talking rough to her?
Wait,
that's why she ain't performing, because you over there cussing her out. She like, nope.
You have to talk nice to her. She gets you through your cycle. Like she might put you through some shit, but that's what biologically, that's your biological like stamp of womanhood, right? And so it's there. It's on your body. You got to talk to all of you, and we forget about it so much. It's on our pants, all day. When's the last time you looked at your cooch?
A couple days ago. Yeah. But I ain't gonna tell y'all how I was looking.
Only time I talk to her is when she get waxed.
No, I was like, girl,
she's
look
pretty.
at you.
When she gets waxed,
I'm like,
she's
okay, very
girl,
pretty.
You got this.
When she gets waxed,
she's very pretty.
Woman.
Oh, that's like fall off the bone. That's like that. Yes, that's that
it's
fall
like
off
she
the
just
bone.
got her hair done.
Yes, exactly.
And that's you tell her you is a bad mama.
Indeed. So it's very pretty when it gets waxed, and I talk to her then.
I feel like at that point in time, like she needs to be
touched off.
That like she needs to be slathered in sauce.
Something.
She needs to be marinated.
Like you need to come on.
It needs to be like the fingers is like
this. Those little prickly things come back.
Hello.
Like, you catch yourself. So
this how you gotta pick up.
Yeah, like that part, yes.
And then as soon as you pick it up, it's gonna fall off the bone.
Yes.
Like the turkey leg.
That's like the sexiest thing. It's just like you walking and you feel
everything.
Feel sexy.
You
yes.
feel the
yes, all of that.
The wind get the
you
blow.
Know what? You can feel. I feel when I get waxed, I can feel more of the moisture.
Mm-hmm.
And you can use herbs to make your vagina get wetter.
We're
gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna get the rest of this out, and then we're gonna talk about the herbs and all that other stuff to help her snap back. Because right now it's a lot of like what we're talking about is just literally the things that most of the conversation that we're having right now is literally just girl talk. So if y'all just tuning in, sorry, but not sorry. But welcome. Make sure you hit the like button, share all of that good stuff. Go on over and subscribe to the YouTube channel because we welcome you.
Absolutely.
We appreciate you for being here. And I know y'all probably looking like these nasty heifers. But understand this is what women talk about when we are in the company of one another because we are trying to figure out ourselves. We are trying to learn something. We are trying to educate each other. And that's what this is about, educating each other on some of the things that we might not have learned from our mothers, our aunties, and all of that other kind of stuff. That's why we are here. We are the aunties. We are here to have those conversations in order for you all to understand and learn something new about yourself. Because some of us don't know everything about ourselves. Some of us don't know how to get out of our heads sometimes when it comes to ourselves, our body, the things that we were told. Because one article that I read, or was it a video? I think it was a video, and it was a lady who was saying that she does not do anything with herself because of demons.
Oh yeah, it was an article
because it's like a sex demon or something. And I was like, but are you a demon? Or
now, I mean, that may or may not be true, but I'm just trying to say, like, nobody's doing their job because ain't nobody visiting me.
I mean, but no, she was saying that she doesn't do it with herself. She doesn't do it by her. No, she doesn't. No, because of sex demons.
But does she have sex with other people? Because that's very backwards. That's
really, backwards, and that's why I was like,
I'm concerned.
I think what she said was she stayed celibate until she got married, and she stopped playing with herself because she read about the sex demons that would visit whenever she masturbated.
It was twice, wasn't it?
She stopped. Yes. So she stopped doing it. until she got with her, got with her significant other. I don't know if that's her husband or not, but yeah. So, and my statement was, if you do it and sex demons is around, I'm like, what is happening? Because ain't nobody doing nothing. Not that I want anybody to manipulate me, but it didn't happen. So I don't think that's all true.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm just fine. I've been fine this far.
Right, because I'm like, I don't know.
Sorry, I'm not giving that one up. Touching myself, I'm not giving that one up.
Not never.
Maybe
okay.
touching other people. Okay, I could see the sex,
but not myself.
But I'm not a demon. My vagina's not a demon. We good over here.
Facts.
Yes.
So to kind of segue into what Michelle was saying, and to what Kay was just saying, because we good over here. We gonna talk about how to make sure your girl is good. How to make sure she good. And I mean that in every way possible, that she is healthy, she is happy, that she is fresh and balanced, all of that good stuff. Cause and I'm gonna tell y'all this. Sorry to all of these companies that I may or may not name, but stop buying that shit off the shelf. Summer's Eve, all that other kind of stuff. Eve wasn't out in summer, okay? I think it was like fall when Eve ate from the tree.
Oh my.
So
it might have been. Don't do no summer's Eve.
I don't think it was no summer. I think it was like late fall when she decided to eat from the tree. So don't be out here buying that stuff. A lot of that stuff has chemicals and a bunch of other things in it still that causes dryness, that causes irritation and all those kind of things. The honey pot is one of the most natural, vegan type of products there is out there that I know of. And also too, some of us are having issues due to the type of tampons or pads that we're using. So try to find some that are more like cotton. And I forgot the one that I just found out about, but they have different sizes and all that kind of stuff, but it is not as padded with all of the bullshit like regular pads and stuff. It's literally more like cotton based type of situation. And they have tampons as well. So get educated on those things as far as what helps for your body to be better, to do better, so that you can actually have a good relationship with your vagina. Okay.
Yeah.
And yourself.
And yourself.
Hello.
So let's go, little kitty cat. He don't want no more. Oh, sorry.
But the one thing I wanted to say is that even the all natural companies, when you're starting to use those, but then you notice that something is starting to become off with your body, it could be that they changed the ingredients to your favorite product. Because I was using a certain product at one time and it was doing great, and then all of a sudden something changed. And when I went back to do some investigating, because I got that investigative spirit, I went and looked it up, and it did change the formula to it and added some cheaper products to help get them through COVID. And so because of that, it wasn't the same formula, and my body knew it. Right. So you do have to listen to your body, and when it's time to change, even though it's an all natural thing, it may not quite fit your body at that particular time.
Yep. And then I was just gonna say too, our body chemistry changes as well, depending on our diet. Hey, kitty. Right. Depending on our diet and depending on the things that we put inside of our body. So that also changes how we respond to other things. Like sometimes you could have had a perfume that was your favorite your whole life, and then you start changing up your diet, and now it stink when you put it on. So it could be from the fact you don't eat fried foods no more. So it doesn't hold the scent in your body like it used to anymore. You're like, damn, that used to be my favorite thing. Now I can't wear it because I feel like I stink.
Right.
It's because of body chemistry. It's because of the changes that have taken place with your body. Right. So, Kay, tell us about the herbs and all of that good stuff we can use. Hey, other kitty.
I was like, where's this other
It's the pussy palace over here.
I was like, wait a minute. I thought I was tweaking. I'm sorry. That's why I looked at the screen like that. Like, what was
Okay. Well, there are many herbs that you can use for different things. One of my favorite herbs is uva ursi, because I had a period of time where I was famous for getting UTIs. I was getting them back to back. I had like 6 in a span of 3 months. And if you've ever had a UTI, you know. If you know, you know. So uva ursi is one of my favorites, and it helps with UTIs. It helps with anti-inflammatory. It has anti-inflammatory properties. So it'll also help to reduce the swelling, reduce the redness. It'll help to clear out your pee. So once you start to learn, and that's why I got into what I'm into, because once I started learning about, okay, how can I fix this for me? I started to figure out, okay, I can make my period come a little more regular. I can make it a little lighter. Okay. So there's so much that you can do. Even common herbs like rosemary. Rosemary helps to tighten and to tone. I actually use it in some of my steams. Mm-hmm. So when you start to do the research, you start to learn. Marshmallow leaf is another one of my favorites. It gets you moist. It gets you moist. It has what's called mucilaginous properties. Mm-hmm. So it helps.
You putting that in the Word document, Jensen? Okay. All right. This the good stuff you've been waiting for.
Yeah, this is the good stuff. Like, this is the science behind it. But it has mucilaginous properties. And so what that means is it essentially stimulates. It basically gets things going. In layman's terms, it gets things moving. So even in my teas, you use it in your teas, and it's helped me to get mucus out. Oh God, it's good for colds. Red raspberry leaf is good. It's good for soothing. It's good for your blood. So there's so many different benefits, and you just kind of mix and match to what you need. And there's a couple that we're familiar with, like chamomile, which is used to soothe, of course. Lavender is used to soothe. Rose tones, we use it for rose water. So there's some that we're familiar with, but there's other ones that are a little more new. And so I'm always excited to talk about them and bring them up because we just don't know.
Right.
Wow. So can you talk about the steams within themselves, like the value of doing yoni steams and, you know, where that kind of came from? Because before now, you know, over the last couple of years, a lot of things have become trendy, you know. And one of the things that irritates me when things become trendy is that, one, everybody thinks that they are the guru to be able to sell these things. First of all, nobody made you the princess of pussy, okay? Nobody made you that. Nobody said that you were the only one who can sell these products. But two, people add a bunch of bullshit with trendy things. I've seen people doing yoni steams, and then they got hookah and serving mimosas. Like, how we cleansing it and the toxins right back up in there? Like, how does this add up? Like, how does this add up that we up here? Like, come on now. It should be more of a relaxation and a bonding time, not a time to be smoking hookah and drinking and all that other kind of stuff. Now granted, I ain't the guru neither, but common sense is common goddamn sense. If we are sitting here and we are steaming our veg in order to tighten, cleanse, make moist, all those kind of things, and we're helping to remove and move some shit around, because that's really what we're doing. How we smoking hookah, right? And how we having mimosas?
I agree.
We should be sitting there drinking cucumber mint lemon water.
I agree. Oh,
or something of a tea, blueberry, spearmint, strawberry, pineapple, something to add to what we're already doing down there. We're supposed to be replenishing and giving our body what it needs, but We up here smoking hookah and having mimosas. Please tell me how.
Well, I can't tell you how to do that because I completely agree with you. I don't get that. I don't get it. They turn it into like this fatty thing, and that's why I try to just approach it from the way I approach it. It's esteem. I approach things from a very spiritual kind of very mind, body, spirit thing. The whole purpose of it is to get in touch with your vagina, get in touch with you. Like that's where your creative energy, that's where your root chakra is, right? That's where your creative energy comes from. That's why we have all this sexual energy. And I know I used to be a hypersexual person, and now I'm a creative person, and I'm just like, okay, sex, I'm very discerning with it. So that's where your creative energy comes from. So it's important to refresh it, replenish it. So I couldn't tell you how the girls are doing hookah and mimosas and champagne bottle toast at the Yanni steam sessions. Like that's crazy.
Listen, that is the weirdest shit to me. Like,
yes, and they're actually an Eastern thing. They're an Eastern thing. A lot of women in Korea. You go to a Korean spa, you can probably go get a Yanni steam. And it's coming over here now. And think about it: when you go to a sauna, you sweat the toxins out of your body, and you're sweating it out through the steam that's in the room. So it's the same kind of concept, but for your vagina, it's very close contact. So I have a bowl. It's kind of like a bowl, and it sits underneath my toilet seat, and I sit over it, and I sit there and I cover up and I drink some tea, read a book, relax. I don't know. And you can literally feel it. You feel this steam kind of penetrate. You can feel it kind of warming down there. It feels good. You can feel things.
It feels delicious. Like,
can I get a paint bucket?
A paint bucket.
Put a toilet seat on top of it. And yeah,
they're not expensive. They're not expensive at all. They're like maybe $15. They're like $15 on Amazon.
Yeah, the little ones that you put inside of the toilet seat.
People turn into this big thing. No, you can make it work for you, girl. It's like $15 on Amazon.
Okay.
You get it. It sits under your toilet. Take some water, boil it, put the herbs inside the bowl, pour the water over top. You wait a little while, let it steep for 5 minutes or so. Let it get to temperature. You don't want it to be too hot.
Mm-hmm.
And you sit over it. And the steam kind of penetrates, and that tissue down there is pretty thin, and it's sensitive tissue, and there's a lot of blood down there. There's blood vessels.
You ain't boiling vegetables now.
Y'all clean y'all toilets before y'all do it too.
Right, that part.
You're gently just, the warm steam is just coming up. It's hitting that skin, and it's just kind of sitting there, and the water with the herbal benefits is kind of, because that's how herbs distribute their benefits, through water, through oils, through things of that nature. There's carriers. Mm-hmm. So the steam becomes that carrier to carry all of those benefits from the herbs, depending on whatever blend you're using.
That's how honey pot pads be feeling.
I've never tried one, but I've heard that it's like
a menthol bad experience.
Oh, really?
It's infused with lavender and some other herbs, but when you put it on, you can feel
it feels cool.
Ooh, that's almost like that Dr. Bonner soap,
right?
That
peppermint soap, you be feeling clean, like your booty took a bite out of your peppermint patty.
The cleaning the booty with the Dr. Bonner soap, I'm sorry, but that's got to be top 10 feelings for me.
It is. It feel like your booty took a bite out of a York peppermint patty. Get the sensation. Because it is amazing.
Yes.
And then you get out the shower and you walk in with the cool air. Listen, it is everything. It is top notch, top tier, chef's kiss. Nothing.
And don't let you get a wax. Don't let you get a wax the day before that shot. Don't let you get a wax. It's done. It's over. It's
baby, you talking about fall off the bone?
I'm a dog at that point. It feels like a dolphin jumping out the water, like just smooth, sleek, wind breathing past. Pussy lips just
I need to go and set my wax appointment.
Man,
because it is everything and then some. Y'all stupid. But to kind of touch back on the herbs and the steam and stuff like that, like you were talking about the root chakra and the root chakra, that is where our creativity lies. That is where all of our good stuff comes from. So, on top of the steams and all that other good stuff, it is very vital that we stretch those areas too. And when a lot of people be talking about you don't use it, you lose it. That applies, okay? You ain't using it. She gonna be out here in the wind, okay? Flapping in the wind. Like a cake.
I like that. That's awful. That's awful. Awful.
Really?
She ain't never lied. Kegels are important.
Awful.
Can we take a Kegel break? Can we take a Kegel break, ladies?
Yeah, I've been doing mine the whole show.
I know that's okay. Good. Yes.
I do that not to pee on myself.
Right now.
But okay, so can somebody tell us the proper way of doing the Kegel? And how often?
So when you're peeing and you got to cut that pee off real quick, it's those same kind of muscles. You squeeze and flex. You should actually feel your butthole kind of pulse as well. Yep. That's that thing when you they hit it from the back and the booty hole. That's those same.
And you clench it.
Familiar. She knows. I know. That's what I said.
Not to
clench. You clench and you hold and release, and you go and you hold and you release, and it strengthens the vaginal wall. Pregnant women should actually do their Kegels for sure.
The boys out there.
Everyone should do their Kegels. It helps you with your bladder control. It helps you with your vaginal walls. It helps you during sex. Helps you orgasm better, harder.
Now, do you lose that what's the word? When you get older, you lose the ability to do that?
Your vagina does change as you get older. So if you don't use it, you lose it.
I use it, right? I just, when you get older, there's commercials out there. Sometimes I pee a little bit when I sneeze. That's the commercial, right? So I'm just
do you have kids?
Me? I have kids. My kids are grown. My kids are 35 and 25.
It is a muscle. So you can do Kegels, you can get eggs. They have these eggs that you can sit inside of your vagina and use them to strengthen the muscle.
I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to be immature, but that was
the commercial says. The commercial says you pee a little bit when you sneeze.
I'm trying not to crack up.
Girl, listen, because I just can imagine that it's an old little white lady in this commercial. And
this is how
Whoopi Goldberg did the commercial. Whoopi Goldberg did that commercial too. She did. She said, "I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I pee when I sneeze." She said that.
Now, see, now I want to go find the commercial.
Yeah, she absolutely says it. She absolutely says it. And listen, I don't want to get to the point where I'm out somewhere in public, get giggle, and all of a sudden there's a little squirt that comes out. So I'm trying to if it's something that I could do to, make sure that this. I mean, I'm active still anyway, so I know how to do Kegels, but I don't want to get to the point in life where the Kegels no longer work.
Well, you look at it like any other muscle, right? So when you get good at lifting 5 pounds, right, your body's used to lifting 5 pounds. But as you get older, your body's changing.
I almost didn't follow you. I was like, my this kitty ain't lifting no 5 pounds.
No.
But it could.
Go ahead. I want to say
it might be able to. Like, there are some women who can lift hella weight with their vaginas, but as you're getting older, your body's changing. So that 5 pounds or that Kegel is no longer sufficient. So you might want to look at other options like yoni eggs. You may want to get like a wand. Yeah, you might want to get Benoit balls or even a wand to sit in there and kind of pulse on it so that you have something to kind of flex against. You just strengthen, you up your training, if you will.
Now, for people that don't know what a yoni egg or Benoit balls are, let's talk about it. Like, what we doing with it? Let's talk about it. Because
Benoit balls
got to come out, right?
Yeah, Benoit balls they can be shaped and they can look a variety of ways, but generally it's a set of balls that are attached to some type of string or some type of structure that holds them together. Either 1 in, 2 in, 3 in. If you got that kind of you put as many in as you want and you pull them out. They're also used as a sex toy. You can use them vaginally or anally, and the feeling of it coming out of that, like that hole, it feels good. It feels like a ridge coming out. It's for lack of a better term, it's like taking a good shit.
I've never referred to a shit as being good, but I can imagine.
I mean, but
you know the feeling when it just comes out and you're like,
and it's just
you're like relieved that it's gone, it's out.
Okay, I got you now.
I mean, it do feel good. The shit. Stop.
Right. That's why I'm like, what you mean? Because it do be feeling.
It don't feel good. The shit.
I mean,
wait. So let me start giggling. I'm being serious. I'm really being serious.
No, really. These are things we don't speak about. Like
that's true.
Is affected by diet.
I don't think I ever looked at it like that. Yeah, I don't think I've ever looked at it as being a good shit. Oh, that was a good shit. I mean,
Genesis, I'm trying to be for real.
Bad when you say it like that.
I'm trying to be for real. I'm serious.
I'm saying I get it. I get it to a certain extent. Now I'm about to be paying attention more to my shits and be like, was this a good shit? I'm sorry, we just so off. Don't pay no attention to me.
I'm trying to be serious.
This was your question.
I don't laugh. I know it was my question, but
I can't deal.
I shouldn't have brought up this shit. I'm sorry, guys. It was me.
I really am trying to be for real. Oh.
Okay. We even have some vibrating Benoit balls now.
They got vibrating Benoit balls? I never knew.
I don't know. Do they have the ones with remote control?
What? Wait a minute. What?
Yes.
Why did this come up when it did? You put it up with no warning, nothing.
Oh, wow.
Why like that?
My bad.
Them balls.
My bad. I was over here trying to do too many things at once. I was like, wait a minute.
So the one you put up on the screen, that's the one that goes in in Miss Kitty, or is that
goes in Miss Kitty?
That goes in Miss Kitty. And we're clenching to keep it in.
To keep it in. Okay. So you can clench it to keep it in, and that's like a standard. And you can kind of pulse to lift it up a little bit, but pulse. Because the vagina is a closed canal. It's not going to get lost.
Right. I get. So now what happens if you put it in and it comes straight back out? That means you got weak. You weak.
That means you got some more work to do. And they have different sizes. So there are a lot of vendors who sell yoni eggs. Right. And so they're different sizes. So the larger ones are easier to keep in because they're bigger. There's less. You have less room to squeeze before you reach it. The smaller ones, you've got to contract. So I would start with the larger size. If you can't do it, I would go see a doctor at that point. I'm a crybaby. I'm gonna go to the doctor. Look, help me. Help me? Because when I hear what a doctor says, I'm like, okay, how can I spin this and make this work for me, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I would adapt, see if a larger size would work, and if that doesn't work, I need to make an appointment because I'm very sensitive about my vagina. I love her. That's where my clitoris lives, right? That's the only thing. That's the only thing that I have on my body that is solely for pleasure.
Absolutely.
Its purpose is pleasure.
Yeah.
And that's where she lives. So I'm like, hello.
So what is your opinion about getting her pierced?
If that's your deal, that's your gig. I think that piercings, as long as you're taking care of them, I have a few piercings. Okay. So as long as you're taking care of them properly, I just think that when you do certain things, you have to be hyper aware. Like women who are hyper sexually active, you have to be hyper aware. If you know you're doing what you're doing, be hyper aware. If you're getting piercing, be like hyper aware of it. You know.
Okay, wait a minute.
Don't let the thing get all crusty.
So you said, wait a minute, wait. Let's go back to, you said you got some there.
I don't have any vaginal piercings, but in general. So with any piercing, you know, it's a piece of skin. It's a body part, and especially down there, it's so thin and so delicate. I guess it depends on what part of the vagina you would want to get pierced. Some people get the pubis pierced. That's the mons pubis is the outer portion of the vagina, the visible portion. Some people get that part pierced. I would not get my clitoris pierced because I'm terrified. I'm so terrified.
Nah, because you ain't fit to mess up nothing.
I only have one.
The hood. The hood. Is it called? Is there another name for the hood?
The clitoral hood. I personally, I don't know, because how many people do you really trust down there?
Right, that's true.
I'm
trust that I actually have relations with. So.
Yeah, no. So I found a picture of some yoni eggs, so y'all can see them.
Yeah.
She don't want what
they look like. Because y'all just said something about me throwing the other one up there. So
it was like balls, and then you see these two balls.
So this is a jade yoni egg, and they generally come like in different types of crystals. So like they have jade, they have rose quartz, they have tiger's eye, amethyst. What's the one that I got? Carnelian. That's the one I got. But they have a bloodstone. They have all different types of crystals for the yoni eggs, and they have different meanings and they do different things. So let's see. So they have actually, look at this. It's cute. Crystallized. Okay. Y'all extra.
Now, how do you prepare these before you stick them in you?
I'm not gonna lie. I will boil it.
Okay.
First of all,
for two, you're cleaning it. And because you're gonna insert it in your vagina, I would literally just simply boil it.
Do you still have to, like, what is it called? Set it in the sun
to charge it.
Yes, you can set it in the sun. You can wash it with moon water. Moon water is made by just sitting water out in the full moon. You can sit it out in the moon itself. You can tell it what you want it to do. Set your intentions for it, what you want it to do. Rose quartz is one of my favorite for yoni eggs and things of that nature, because rose quartz is such a loving crystal, such a loving stone. So.
Yep. And then I just found this as I was looking. It's just demonstrative. I don't know if it's true with all of these things, but I'm giving y'all what I found. Okay. So PCOS is associated with the sacral chakra. The carnelian is helping with regulating menstrual cycles, keeps your ovaries healthy, helps with menstrual cramps, and stimulates sexual energy. The moonstone helps with balancing hormones, fertility, and regulating menstrual cycles. And then you got the other crystals that help with fertility: the moonstone, the carnelian, the rose quartz, the unakite, jade, fluorite. I don't know some of them other ones. Healing from your past. Oh, that's dope. Howlite, black obsidian, ruby zoisite, tourmalinated quartz, rutilated quartz, quartz, and quartz. And then for sexual trauma, they have the rhodonite and the malachite. So this is something to look up for yourself. Okay. Look up what these are for. Like, it has it listed here, but then always do your research before you go buying something and sticking it up in your body. Okay.
Indeed.
But this is just a little bit of information that I just saw. So I wanted to make sure I shared it with you guys as I was on here.
That's super dope.
Yeah, so there are a lot of ways to make sure that we are taking care of ourselves. And one thing that a lot of you motherfuckers don't do is drink water. Okay. Motherfucking water will balance out your life.
Absolutely.
Water will balance out your life.
Absolutely.
Drinking water will balance out your life. You should have at least a gallon or better per day based on your life's activities. Or if you want to get technical, half of your weight in ounces of water per day. Okay. And I know y'all be like, how she be knowing all that? Yes, I'm a big girl, but I know shit. Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Don't let the weight fool you. Okay.
And for some people that will say that you could be, what is it? Water poisoning yourself if you do too much. What was that?
You have to drink so much water to do that. You would start to feel sick way before you got to that point, because, like, you know, when you drink too much water, your stomach starts.
You feel like a water balloon. Yeah, but I mean, if you're doing your normal, and a lot of us are walking around dehydrated, and we don't know we're dehydrated.
Absolutely true.
Because we don't drink enough water, and we don't eat enough water. And y'all might be like, the fuck that mean? We don't eat enough fruits and vegetables that are water-based in order to add that into our diets. So therefore, we are water deficient. We are vitamin deficient. And it's just a whole bunch of other shit that we don't have that we actually need. And so therefore, that's why some of our yonis won't get wet the way they supposed to.
Agree.
That's why we walking around here chafing in the thigh area.
I mean, some of us just got big ass thighs, and that's gonna happen.
I mean, yeah, but you ain't supposed to be out here dry. Okay. You ain't supposed to be out here dry and flaking.
Yeah, you shouldn't be right. Like, you shouldn't be dry. Like, being dry is a sign of dehydration. Like you're saying, a lot of us are dry. If you always ashy, pick up a bottle of water right now and take a sip or 2 or 5, because you should be having dryness. If your mouth always dry, that's a problem. Vagina's always dry.
And if you keep getting those doggone Charlie horses too, your muscles aren't hydrated.
Water and potassium is missing from your diet. Okay.
Yeah. I wanted to ask a question about what I want to ask a question about. I know what I want to say. Endometriosis, that was the word. So is there something that helps with people who have endometriosis?
Now, I personally, anytime there is a diagnosis, I'll recommend something that assists with pain. That's it. I can't give you a cure-all. I wish I could. I'm working on it. I'm working towards that. But for now, I specialize in easing pain, making that yoni feel good. Right. So I would definitely recommend some soothing herbs. Red raspberry leaf is a very, very soothing herb. And rosemary as well. Rosemary helps with blood. And so your blood quality is important. And so anything that can assist with your blood quality, like eating red meat. I know people are so hating on red meat, but it's good for your blood. High protein, it's good for your blood. I would recommend uva ursi. It's a strengthening herb. So I have a blend. It's called a Womb Fortress blend. And there's uva ursi in there. Chamomile is a really common herb that also does help to strengthen. So there are so many different options.
Okay.
What, Genesis?
To get to the point where people don't know what I'm going to ask. No, I was going to ask a question regarding, like, this might be getting too deep.
Burnout root, yep, that's definitely a good one.
Cervix, like your cervix health as well, because I'm going to be honest, my doctor told me a long time ago, she's funny though, that my cervix is the size of a pin needle. But she was telling me if I have sex to make sure that he hold my legs up. And but she also suggested that I get Geritol. So is there like a yoni steam or herb that can help with that? Or
What was the original part? I missed the very, very, very first part of the question. I'm sorry.
Is there a...
You said you're pregnant?
Huh?
You said you're trying to get pregnant?
I mean, not right now.
Oh, eventually. No. Only
she said, "Oh, not right now."
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Because I heard, and you said your cervix is small, and she mentioned to put his legs up. Yes, that certainly is a way to conceive pregnancy. There are certain herbs that are meant to conceive pregnancy, just like the crystals have associations. Chamomile is associated with luck. There are herbs that are associated with fertility. Rosemary is associated with strengthening. So there are tons of herbs again to kind of strengthen that same blend. The Womb Fortress blend is kind of all around blend. So there are so many that have so many different uses.
Okay. Do you personally create blends for people? Like customized blends?
Of course. Get with me, girl. I create all the blends from scratch. And again, it's all about what a person needs. Like you mentioned, endometriosis is one case. What you mentioned, trying to get pregnant is another thing. Trying to get it moist is another thing. Drinking your water is another thing.
Is that herb for trying to get? Never mind.
Oh no, please! It probably is. There's an herb for everything, girl.
It ain't no herb for that. That's a human person.
Girl, I wish. When I find
another kind of herb to make that happen, okay?
When I find it,
you will be a rich woman.
It's up and over.
You hear me? Because everybody gonna be at you.
Yep.
Just like they was out here buying Erykah Badu incense. That's how they're gonna be about that goddamn herb.
Wait, I was just talking about her incense the other day, but there are some herbs that can assist with stimulating blood flow, and your clitoris is basically the female version of a penis. So yeah, the female version of a penis. So that blood flow stimulation can assist you to be more aroused.
And
orgasm herb.
I don't know if y'all said this when I had to go lock the door, but I don't know if y'all talked about shit. I just lost it that fast. Never mind. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
We did talk about shit.
We did. For real.
That's not what I was gonna say. Oh my god, I lost it. I was gonna ask, did y'all talk about baths? Taking baths, spiritual baths, or just baths in general?
I love a good spiritual bath. I strongly believe that there are so many energies around us, right? There's so much around us, period, that we can't see. And so it gets attached to us. Like, when you run into that person that got that bad ass energy and they say something to you real slick and they piss you off and your attitude is fucked up for the rest of the day.
Yes.
That's that bad energy. That's
negative to you.
Sticking. Or that person, you hang out, you talk to them, y'all meet for drinks, y'all talking, and you leave and you like, damn, I am exhausted. That's that person taking your energy. They sucking it out. So spiritual baths are very important. And I think that's why I do herbs are so important to me, because I know that they have those spiritual qualities to be able to at least get some of it off me. Because I'm like, look, with the good Lord and what he gave me out this earth, I'm going to make something shake and make it through.
So what goes in a spiritual bath? What's in there?
Whatever you'd like. It's all, and that's another thing about
I got a recipe.
Yeah. Oh, yes, let's swap recipes, girl.
I got a recipe.
You share yours and I'll share mine.
Okay, hold on. Let me pull it up.
Get it.
Because I get it.
Yeah.
I ain't done it.
But there's a self-love bath that I adore. So rose is one of my absolute favorites. You can get dried fruits, like dried orange for spiritual bath. Make it real sexy. Whatever you like, whatever smells good to you. If it smells good or feels good, it's probably for you.
Is milk
oranges, some rose.
Is milk okay to add?
Milk baths. I personally am not a fan of milk baths, only because you mean like fresh milk out the fridge, or like purchasing a milk bath?
Either.
I'm weird about milk. I'm not gonna lie. I'm weird about milk. but purchasing, I would never do that because I don't know how they stored it, and I'm a sensitive person when it comes to smell. If it smells, I'm good. Milk out the fridge, you could certainly take a milk bath. I just personally, I'm weird about milk. I don't know, but you can. It's definitely safe. It has benefits.
Okay,
I'm just weird.
So, the one that I have, it is a cup of Epsom salt, a half a cup of baking soda, 10 drops of lavender oil, 10 drops of rosemary essential oil, some flowers or rose petals, and then you burn a candle. You burn like whatever kind of candles, and then the cherry on top for me is either burning sage or Palo Santo while I take my spiritual bath, so that I can have like the healing energy qualities and the smell. Like a lot of what we do, like Kay said, if it smells good to you, then it's probably for you. A lot of that is the therapy while we're in the water, the smell, the feel, all of that kind of stuff that titillates our senses and like really makes us feel some type of way. Like my favorite thing is eucalyptus and spearmint. Those are two of my favorite. When I say my favorite, my absolute favorite smells together, eucalyptus and spearmint, I love it together. And so I take baths in it all the time. Like my favorite lotion is eucalyptus and spearmint by Dr. T. I put it on a couple times, but I love the smell. So a lot of the stuff that we put on or that like we take baths in when we're doing the spiritual bath, it's really just about like taking care of yourself and listening to your body, listening to your spirit, because you know what you need to let go and you know what you need to replenish. So that's what the spiritual bath is for. You can add whatever essential oils feel good to you and smell good to you in your bath. Rose petals, fruit, all that kind of stuff. And don't let nobody tell you shit about your spiritual bath. Because motherfuckers like, that's it too.
Because the girls like to gatekeep. The girls like to really gatekeep. And that's so back in the day. We don't gatekeep anything anymore. Whatever makes you feel good. Lately, I've been hearing in my head like every 5 seconds, my soul's got to move. And so if it moves your soul, when I say it's been stuck, it's been stuck for so many days. My soul has got to move. So if it moves you, it's for you. So one of my favorite baths is rose and orange that's been dried. Some cinnamon sticks, girl.
Come on. Get out tasting like an angry orchard. Yes.
Right.
Some sangria. Yes.
Good. And it you whatever feels good. And it's there again, there's certain associations. So like orange and cinnamon, to me, I think orange and cinnamon, I think sweetness, I think warmth, I think comfort.
Cinnamon is abundance. Because that's why they tell you to put cinnamon sticks in your wallet. Yep.
I have one over my door. It lives there. Baby, it lives.
I just bought some
cinnamon sticks. A whole cinnamon tree up in my doggone.
I'm about to say, like, what?
I'm gonna be up in there stirring this doggone cinnamon sticks around. Like, come on,
take you $1. Take $1
and roll it.
Cinnamon in there and roll it towards you, girl. Watch your money. Your money's gonna roll in.
I found put it in your wallet.
Find $1. Now I gotta go find. It gotta be my dollar, don't it?
Yeah, it has to be your dollar.
Your dollar. Oh, you need $1, $1, and think
get
about
$1 and put cinnamon.
If you can invest $1 in yourself,
yeah, and then roll it up towards me.
Yep, roll it this way.
The money's gonna come to you
this way, and then put it where
you don't want to roll it this way because that means all the money going out.
We not
spending the money, we breaking it in.
Right, that be my last damn dollar.
So you keep it. I mean,
you keep it in your wallet.
I'll put it in your wallet.
Money is a magnet. Money is a magnet. You see those people that have money, how they keep getting more money? Money is a magnet. It's how you treat it and how you think of it that turns it into that magnet.
I agree.
Just you maintain that mindset and think of it as, if I can invest this $1, if I can just spend $1, I can make 5. I can make
What I tell you the other day, Genesis, what I started saying, I always got money. I always got money.
I'm never broke. It's somewhere. I got it. It's somewhere.
And I mean, and that's the mindset I've been having lately. I always got money. I always got it. I mean, I might not have it in my hand or tangibly where I can see it, but I always got money. And ever since I've started saying that, like, I really have not gone without, you know, because I have been mending my relationship with money. So therefore, you know, it's a lot of work to be done there because it's a lot of habits and things that were instilled in us. Just like when we talk about our yonis and sexual health and all that other kind of stuff, a lot of what we hold on to, a lot of what we were taught is a lot of the things that we got to let go, including what it looks like when it comes to our bodies, when it comes to self-play and all that other kind of stuff. You gotta get out here and get to it. Get it. Okay. Cause even when we are not aware of some of our habits and shit, if the people that you having sex with, you not aware of your habits, they not aware of their habits, y'all are just out here humping, you gonna start doing some bullshit that you're gonna be like, where the fuck did this even come from?
Yeah.
You got to be aware of your shit. I'm learning. And that's why I keep saying I'm learning. Okay. And we gotta let some of them we gotta let that old shit go too, which is also another good property and use of the steams and doing all that good stuff. Yoga.
Oh, I want to get into yoga.
Yoga is amazing.
Yeah. Your body holds on to so much. Your body holds it. And you can feel like when you just sit, and that's going back to meditation. When you're sitting just in like peace, you start to notice things like, damn, my body hurt right here. Yoga is so beautiful. There's hip opening yogas. I always, for women, recommend yoga positions that will open up your hips because we hold so much trauma sexually. And that's like where the vagina, when you think vagina, you think emotions. You think emotions. That's where you hold on to things. Your sexual traumas, all your sexual partners, all them ain't shit niggas. They live there until you.
Not you over there making your backbone slip.
Okay. No, because that's probably why I sprained my hip.
Feel it. Look. Yeah, if you sit on the ground, almost Indian style. Look, I'm doing it now. You sit on the ground and put your feet almost together and like butterfly style it like this.
And push your legs there.
Push.
Yep.
You can lean forward in that position and just push and stretch it out. It's gonna open you up right in that kind of deep spot.
Auntie Michelle, want to go try it?
I don't know what happened.
Auntie Michelle. We need to pull up on Auntie Michelle.
Right.
I don't know what happened, but we're gonna keep the party rolling as long as
Okay.
Yoga, and so that would also help with flexibility as well.
Oh yeah, yes, ma'am. Yoga certainly helps you with flexibility.
My goal is,
and it helps. It feels good. It feels so good to stretch your body out because we don't stretch enough. You remember in elementary school? I don't know about y'all, but they used to have us do these things called like cherry pickers. They're called where you bend down and you just stretch.
Yep.
And you move your arms back and you change your stretching position. We don't stretch enough.
Yes, you used to do
As
this.
adults, we don't move. We just work. We just work and pay bills.
That's true. Oh, that's true.
Look, yeah, let's everybody do a shimmy shake. Shimmy shake.
You got to do the Kappa roll. No, just but it does like, and sometimes let me just say this: when you just be in the bed chilling, throw them legs up. You know what I'm saying? Throw them up, throw them open, and stretch them open this way. That way, as you're doing that, it does add to your range of motion. Okay. Because when we on that wax table, they be talking about pull them legs back.
Yeah.
I be on there looking like a rotisserie chicken, baby, because I be having them up here. Okay. Right here.
Yes, ma'am. Because I want her to get all of it.
All of it. You know? So we got to make sure that we are taking care of our bodies. Like, listen, no lie. I literally just had a conversation with myself. Like, it's time, you know? A lot of times we go through these cycles and seasons of being at our bottom. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But sometimes we got to figure out why we're there. It's a lesson in all of that. Mm-hmm. So, all of us here are in a space of learning, growing, unlearning, all that kind of stuff. So, even as we're having this conversation tonight, somebody gonna be healed because we out here doing the work, because we out here learning and giving the information. And Auntie Barbara over there, she said she been taking herbs for 20 plus years.
All right now.
Yeah.
Listen, Auntie Barbara, we ain't talking about that roll up. We ain't talking about them rolling up herbs. No,
although
rolling
that
up
herbs.
I was about to say, although them be good. Okay.
They work too.
Hey, look, hello, they got some benefits too.
Yeah. Very much so.
Wouldn't sit on them, but
right.
You'll become real flexible after you smoke it.
Man.
Listen, listen, don't lie to yourself. Cause we be delusional sometimes when we thinking we doing something.
I be so silly.
Mess around, think you could do the busted challenge.
Listen, be up here thinking that you done threw your leg up and your leg is literally stuck on the floor because
absolutely
you can't actually move that buffer.
Absolutely.
That's just like we be out here driving and we think we doing 80 and we is literally at 33. Okay.
Oh.
That's when it's
I literally
that sound like judgment. Nah, literally I've done that before. I thought I was out here coasting and I was out here creeping.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, yeah, I'm getting on them. Yeah, I'm
right. Thought I was out here flying doing 80 and a 60 fucking ticket. No, bitch, I was literally out here driving Miss Daisy, you know. So, but y'all, do y'all got any other questions? Because, we getting ready to wrap it up here shortly.
This was good. This was real good.
It definitely was. Like, thank you for coming and being open and like having the conversation with us, Kay, because it's cuffing season. Like Genesis said, it's cuffing season, and y'all need to get y'all yonis together so they can be cuffable. All right,
that's facts.
Get them together so they can be cuffable. Yeah, that's important.
Listen,
because y'all be wanting to just toss it into the world.
Right? No,
get her pregnant ready.
You can't even cuff. It's flapping. Like, stop playing.
Listen, I don't want to. I really don't want to know somebody's flapping. That is so terrible. That's disturbing to my soul.
It's bad because I've seen it on porn before. Like, why is your stuff inside out? Like,
what in the world?
I can't watch those.
Some people just got an extra meaty joint, like
looking like cubes.
It was a Netflix documentary I watched like a week or two ago that at one point they flashed a screen of vaginas. I was actually very shocked that Netflix aired this documentary. It was a screen of vaginas. They come in all different shapes. I mean, I've seen a few in person up close. So I'm like, damn, they different.
They different. Some of them got a little extra meat, on their sub. Some of them got a little light meat, Some of them got a little extra hair.
Look, you got Arby's and you got Subway. I mean,
right.
Got meat.
We have the meats.
No. What I wanted to add, I think we was about to touch on it. We skirted away from it. The toys, right? Mm-hmm. Does that throw off your pH balance as well?
If you don't clean them properly, of course. Mm-hmm. And if your pH balance is already off. So think about it. If your pH balance is a little bit off one day and you use your toy, you don't clean it, you come back to it 2 days later, that's just been sitting there. So proper cleaning and proper storage is key. I recommend toys that you can boil because for me, I'm not going through all that extra shit. I'm lazy. I boil it and I know it's clean. It's sterile at that point. I've cleaned it.
Okay. You can't boil the rose though.
No. So you have to get the proper cleaning solutions, and they sell them. One thing I will tell people: do not use towels to dry your toys.
The lint will
just set it on. I mean, you could set it on top of it as long as that's not the part that go on. But don't use towels because the lint Make sure you use a proper cleaning solution. And like she said, storage. Don't be storing it under your mattress and then pull it out. I think you finna use it.
I did a pillow.
Even there.
Pillow, look.
Even under there. But look, get y'all the toys. Like, go with a little extra pound and buy the little bags at the toy store that y'all can keep them in. Yeah. They got satin, they got velvet,
bags.
Yeah, put it in a little bag, if you're gonna keep it under your pillow.
A small carrying case, carrying case where you keep them all, like a travel case. Get a lunch.
Yeah, something like this.
Somewhere there.
This ain't no toys in here. This my
I was giving
this my hard drive. Yeah. This my hard drive. Ain't no toys in here, but something like this.
That's what they call it now.
Right. Hard drive.
You see, that's what they call it now.
You know what, girl? No, you need to market you a sex toy and call it the hard drive. That was good.
Okay.
Hold on.
And make it Auntie Michelle proof.
Now I don't know. I don't know if man has made.
Yes, they have too. Wouldn't that be dope if I got into the toy making business?
I would love to get into the toy business. I want to expand so far and so wide because
me too.
I want to take it top, bottom, inside out.
And that especially
fuck with that.
Michelle, you caught
it. I caught that.
You caught it. I was like, shit, me too. I want to expand far too. This and snap back. Come back.
My whole goal is not to pee a little bit when I sneeze.
Listen, ma'am.
Cause.
No.
Cause. Big ass sneeze too.
Not out here sneezing.
I got allergies and whatnot.
Listen.
Do a tickle when you sneeze. Just when you feel like it's coming, girl, you better just squeak.
Oh, boo. My sneeze go too fast.
She said, She said
that's
in them giggles.
Shit, my damn sneeze go too fast. I'm out here trying to do the other damn trick.
Your body might get confused.
Right.
And not know which body you're functioning what to do.
Exactly, right? I'm trying to
represent. I'm trying to see that's happening. Your body just go into a convulsion. That is ridiculous.
Right. Like, is she having a stroke? What's happening?
Listen, I'm going wrong.
Get up. Auntie Michelle.
This child over here having a whole stroke.
Get her up. Clean up on aisle 6.
Because I got confused.
To clean up.
I got confused.
And somebody gonna have to go get her whole outfit out the lost and found.
Absolutely. Please take me there.
She gonna need an outfit out the lost and found.
Yes, I will wear size 6X sweatpants out the door.
Out the door. You stupid.
Indeed.
We got another, each and every week, every time we go live, Pop, aka the Mouth, he blesses us with the opportunity to receive a good night kiss. Okay. Ooh. So we're gonna give y'all this little good night kiss before we get up out of here. Then we're gonna let the ladies tell y'all where you can find them and all of that good stuff. But I want y'all to go ahead and get this little deliciousness of a good night kiss from the Mouth right here on PGC After Dark. Stay tuned.
Hey, it's that time. It's time for your good night kiss with your man, the Mouth, on the Fat Girl Chronicles podcast, After Dark edition. We're going to start it off with Jake and Poppy, and the song is called Slippery When Wet.
That's why I'm always trying to keep it. It's slippery when wet. I like that out inside. medication. Party, 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 pussy celebration. Put you on my shoulders, pussy elevation. And ooh, baby, that pussy got me going cuckoo crazy. Ooh, and it's dripping like water. That pussy is my salvation.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. The vibe has been set, but now I'm trying to take you a little deeper. And we're getting ready to get into a new one by Mr. Ali, featured the Monte, and the song is called Cam Girl. Right here on your Goodnight Kiss on the Fat Girl Chronicles podcast, After Dark Edition, with your man in the mouth.
She get nasty on the camera, yeah, she knows, yeah, she knows. All action when I press record, that she knows, go. FaceTime action, back up, that red light on you, so you know, yeah, you love it. You know I was drunk when you called me. Pull up in a Bentley or the Jeep. Said you couldn't sleep. Glad you thought of me, yeah. I know you thought about me. 500 degrees. Shorty got some heat. Dodging me for like a week. She get nasty on the camera. Yeah, she knows. Yeah, she knows. All action when I press record. That she knows. Yeah, she knows.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. This has been your Goodnight Kiss with your man in the mouth. But don't forget to check us out on everything The Fat Girl Chronicles at the Fat Girl Chronicles Podcast at gmail.com. It's a Goodnight Kiss. Good night.
Well, if that wasn't some of the sexiest shit, my girl. That's Michelle. Nope, it's still echo. Is it one? Yep. There we go.
Yeah, I don't think it's me.
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's just the very end. Okay. Anywho, we at the end now. So if y'all want to check out the mouth, make sure y'all check him out on Apple Music. He is available on Apple. He has some of the dopest playlists on there. Let me tell y'all now, if you go on there on his page, you setting yourself up, okay? The first song was Slippery When Wet. That's what his whole page looked like. You know what I'm saying? It's baby making music the whole way through, okay? Mm-hmm. You go to his page. If you paid attention to the new music moments on PGC on Tuesdays and the Goodnight Kiss, he gonna bring you the best of R&B, soul, all of that good stuff, that sexy shit. Y'all watch his shows on Wednesday and Sunday. It's always that. So make sure y'all prepare yourselves if y'all go to his page. I'm just telling you now, okay? Somebody gonna get pregnant. Somebody might stalk you. Either way, you know, you in for a good time when you listening to that music from the mouth. But make sure y'all follow him on all social media platforms, the mouth_moments. Make sure you put the S on the end. All right, make sure y'all check him out. All the things he got going on. He got merch. He got good stuff popping off. But, you know, you can always find him here, right here, the Fat Girl Chronicles. And if you want some of your music on the Goodnight Kiss or the new music moments on Tuesday, send it to us, the Fat Girl Chronicles Podcast at gmail.com. And then I think that's it. We'll be back at the beginning of December. I know y'all like, damn. But, you know, the holidays is coming up. We do every other Friday. Right. And so the Friday that we would be coming back on is Black Friday. You know, we know people going to be out doing their thing, celebrating the holidays, eating leftover turkey, burping, and kicking it with their family. So we'll be back at the top of December 2nd. We will be back with another amazing guest. We will be discussing the adult film industry. Okay, we got somebody coming on here that's dope to talk with us about those things. So make sure y'all stick around, stay tuned. Go catch the old episodes of PGC After Dark and of the Fat Girl Chronicles. Set your alerts, all of that good stuff, so you can watch us. Hey. Okay. So, Coach K, we're going to give you the floor so you can tell the people where to find you, how they can get in tune with everything you got going on, and how they can get some of them dope-ass products. Okay. Because I was on the website. My cart is full. And I'm fixing to order some stuff. I'm scared. So, tell the people how they can get with you, boo.
Well, to get in touch with me, Instagram, start there at Holistic Solutions, where I am the home for all of your holistic solutions. We have got teas on the site right now. We've got Yoni steams on the site right now. I'm actually working on some body butters for focus and for tranquility. Those are currently in the process. So if you order those, it's going to be at least about 2 weeks. But we have products for the here, the now, the today, the tea bags. I literally have people who are addicted to these teas, like ready to bang down my doors for these teas. I've got a couple of different flavors of everything at Holistic Solutions on IG, holisticsolutions.com. Anywhere you look for Holistic Solutions and a hoe is there. You're going to find me.
Well, I want to say thank you for being here, educating the peoples on all things yoni and holistic. If y'all got some questions that you want to ask Kay, you can send them to her personally, or if you can't find her and you want to be able to still get your question through, make sure you send it to me, leorachel _ on Instagram. I can connect you with Kay, or you can reach out to me on the Fat Girl Chronicles or PGC After Dark on Instagram. Listen, PGC After Dark has an email address too. Okay. It is PGC After Dark. I think that's it. I think that's all to it. Listen, it's new. Okay? It's new. It's new. I literally just made it like a week or so ago.
Yeah. I think that's what it is.
PGC After Dark Podcast at gmail.com. That's what it is. Okay. And make sure y'all stick around and stay tuned for all of the dope stuff that we got coming at the top of the year. It's going to be fucking lit with PGC, all of the new things we got popping off. We got new shows, we got new faces, we got new theme songs, and all of this other good shit in the land of the fat girls. All right, so I need y'all to go ahead and make sure y'all run up them numbers on YouTube. Share with your people. Take your grandma phone, your great grandma phone, your aunties, your cousins, your uncles. Take the kids' phone.
The kids.
But block, block them, please. But, go ahead and subscribe. Because we're trying to get them numbers up. We appreciate y'all for helping us get to where we are right now. We on our way to 600, and we want to get there sooner than later. All right. We appreciate y'all for rocking and rolling with us on another fabulous Friday with the Crazy Rich Aunties. We got Auntie Genesis up here in this thing. And we got Auntie Michelle rolling with me. And I'm your girl, leorachel. Like I always say, because we going into the weekend and you can't be out here doing it with your half-ass. So you know what you got to do? You got to do it with your whole ass, all right? Whatever you do, the rest of the night and the rest of the week, do that, all right? With your whole ass. We love y'all. We love y'all. We love y'all. Good night. We out this thing, y'all. Right. Peace.
Trust. Independence. Love. Respect. Passion. Pain. Intimacy. sit here stuck inside my head, remembering you and I